Hello Year 1, welcome to your maths lesson. So this week we are doing a revision of 3D shapes. We did this quite a while ago, so it's just to try to remember the names of the shapes and their properties. The properties just means how many corners does this shape have, how many faces. That's something that we'll move on to tomorrow. But first of all, I'd like to talk about the names of some shapes. So I'm going to send you a little worksheet. Now, you've got a couple of jobs to do for me today. So first of all, on your worksheet, down the right side, you've got the names of some 3D shapes. So let's have a read of those shapes first. Sphere, cuboid, cube, square-based pyramid, cylinder and cone. Okay, all right then, so first of all, let's talk about a sphere. So a sphere is a ball. So can you think of some things that are sphere shaped? What could we have? A football. We could have an orange. You could have a tennis ball. Lots of different kinds of balls, fruits, all that kind of thing, okay? The next thing is a cuboid. Now, I have a cuboid here. A cuboid is a box, but not all of the faces are square. Some of the faces are rectangles. So if some of the faces are rectangles, this is a cuboid. If all of the faces were square, then it would be a cube, wouldn't it? Okay, moving on to the word cube. There's an example of a cube. A little dice, because every face is a square and every face is exactly the same size. Can you think of anything else that is a cube shaped? Maybe you have some in your house. Okay, then we have a square-based pyramid. Now a base means the bit that's on the bottom touching the floor, because you can get a triangular-based pyramid as well. So we're talking about one that's a square. We'll come on to that in a moment. Cylinder. Now, here is a cylinder. So it has two faces that are circles, and then it has one face that wraps all the way around. Now, I'm sure in your house you can probably find lots of examples of cylinders. If you have a look in Mummy or Daddy's kitchen, you might find maybe some jars of food. Maybe in the fridge there are some cylinders that have drinks inside them or food, that kind of thing. So have a little look around the house. Okay, and then the last one is a cone. So what kind of cones can you think of? My favourite one is an ice cream cone. So Year 1, job number 1. I want you to go and have a look around your house and see if there are any items in your house that are these shapes. Your next job to do is to have a look at the pictures. Now the picture that is next to the word does not match. I'll show you what I mean. That is not a sphere, is it? What is it? It's a cube. Okay. And equally, this is not a cuboid. What is it? It's a cylinder, isn't it? That's not a cube. It's a sphere. And that is not a pyramid. It's a cuboid. What's that? Not a cylinder, is it? It's a cone. And then, of course, you've got your pyramid at the bottom. So, your job, Year 1. If you can't print the sheet, don't worry, maybe Mummy or Daddy can write the words out for you and do some little pictures of the shapes. So your job is to cut up the shapes Okay, and then you're going to cut up the words. All right, okay. So once you've done that, we're going to mix them all. And then I want you to try and find the word and the shape that go together. So first of all then, I'm going to choose this one. This is a sphere. So I'm looking for the word sphere. Okay. All right, we'll put those two together. All right. This is a cone, isn't it? So I'm looking for a word beginning with K. Now I can see 4 here. Cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone. All right, so there's another pair. That's a tricky word. Cylinder. Okay, let's keep going. Now this is our pyramid. Now what I was talking about, the square base pyramid, we're going to have a look at something later in the week called a net. And that is where, when you cut a shape up and flatten it out, the flat shape that you can then stick back together to make a 3D shape, that's called a net. And it shows you all the individual faces, but don't worry about that today, we'll do that later on in the week. Okay, so there's our pyramid. Now, these two are very easy to get confused. Look, we've got cube and cuboid. So we have to remember a cube is the one with the square faces, like a dice. And our cuboid has got 2 square faces and the other 4 faces will be rectangles. All right? Okay, year 1. So have fun with that game and have a look around your house and see how many different 3D shapes from the list you can find, and send me a little picture or a video, okay? All right, thank you.